Best of Espresso.
You ready?
Okay. Hold on. Oh, God. That's me. That's me when I successfully... Hold on. That's me when I successfully turn on a TV that's connected to a cable player in a sound bar.
Yeah. I'm watching ESPN, I'm watching MTV, I'm watching BET. What you know about me? Yeah.
Me when I remember my CVV. Oh my God, seriously. I've had my same credit card for 3 years. What's up? Is that your area code or your CVV? What's up, dude? Shot 116. I'm here. I don't know why I just laughed like that, like I'm a mad scientist. I'm here. Let's talk. Let's talk about sex. No, let's not. No, let's talk. This whole podcast is just about sex. Who wouldn't listen, honestly? Ew, gross. He talked about sex for like 40 minutes. How'd you know? Oh, well, I listened to the whole entire thing, front to back. All right. So, remember to follow on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo at Benedict Polizzi. Remember to get a cam, too, you know? Like I was talking about last time, I can be any character. I can be Coach Racco. Wow. Yeah, I can be Coach Racco. I can be Ashley, our producer in the studio, who's also kind of the same. She's sisters with Shelby, the girl who does the makeup tuts. And by tuts, I mean tutorials. But yeah, and I can do Johnson here, obviously. So or I can just be myself. I like it when people are like, "Yeah, do a cameo," but just like say stuff for a minute, and I'm like, "All right, those are fun." But anything works. So, yeah, I had a goatee for 5 hours. Wow, how about edging that thing up? Edging that muff. Isn't it just a muff? Like, anytime you see somebody with a goatee, doesn't it just look like a muff? Don't they just look exactly like a beagle? This is me. This is me right when... I edged up that right side. Here it is. Just, the razor on the skin. It's like, and I wasn't even I wasn't even shaving any hair. I was just doing it repetitively, thinking it was, but it wasn't. Here's the noise it made when I made that last edge up. Right there. Right when I hit that last, and it's good to go, definitely good to go. Actually, it's just that last part. Right when I hit that final, under my chin, that final one. And it kind of, the razor goes down the rest of my neck. Bang, and I'm done. I bang the razor off right after. Hit it, goes down my neck. And then I'm done. Dude, by the way, if you bang the sink after you're done doing dishes, you're my dad. Oh, every time he's done doing dishes, this on the sink. I'm like, dude. Every single time since I was 6. I think it's just 2, actually. He's he's been doing it for 55 minutes and then how done. That's what he says in his head. He's like, done, damn it. I wish. But yeah, I had a goatee. And when I have a goatee, it's pretty much I don't know, automatically watch your girl. Girl. JK, obviously, just kidding. But watch her. Imagine every guy with a goatee really thinks that, though. Like, after they clean up their face, everything fresh shaved, they walk out of the house and they're like, hey, honey, how's it going? Oh, you look good. You shaved. You look great. And they're like, yeah, thanks. But in their head, in the back of their head, they're really like, I can bang anyone I want. They really do. Oh, man. Yeah, so right when I have a goatee, basically... Right, like literally right when any guy has a goatee and walks outside their front door, it's just this. Okay, right when this is every guy that just slaps on a fresh wet goatee. This is them walking downstairs and out of the house. Like knocking some shit down, like on just shit like on the stairs. You know, you put stuff on the stairs because you don't want to take it all the way upstairs. You just put stuff on the stairs. You're like, I'll take it up when I'm going up. That's what they're knocking down, walking down the stairs. Kicks over some shit. Honey! This is them right when they walk out the door. They don't say shit. They just unlock it. Then this.
Is in the building.
It's Mr. Steal Your Girl. It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, let go. Just can you imagine that right when they open the door in the morning, instead of like, hey Rick, the neighbor, you're just like, yeah, right here.
Kane is in the building.
Hold on. This just him in the studio. Say something to start the song, Trey. Okay, fine. I'll just say anything.
Kane is in the building.
It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
It's his son in the background though, doing the oh. Timmy, you know what to do. I'm walking outside. Okay, Dad, just like yesterday. Yep. Unlocks the door. Honey, don't do it again. I already have my shoes on. Hit it, Timmy!
It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Keep going, Timmy!
It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
One more time, Timmy! Keep going! It's Mr. Steal Your Girl. Come on!
Bottoms up, bottoms up.
Anyway, that's when us gents have goatees. That's what goes through our heads. Nothing crazy. All right, let's talk. Let's just talk it out. Had a doctor's appointment today. Oh my God, what was it for? I know everybody. I know even my mom's like, what was it for? What was it? What? How nosy is everyone? I hate telling people I have a doctor's appointment because they immediately think I have like stem cell cancer. Like, dude, they just ran a couple tests, like, just to make sure I'm not the most romantic man in the world. Imagine that, like the test for that. They're like, we're gonna have to take your blood pressure. My blood's like boiling hot. Oh my God, he has the hottest, thickest blood we've ever seen. Is this the guy we're running the tests on to see if he's, yeah. To see if he's yeah. No, you don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, I do. To see if he's the most romantic man in the world. They're like, we're going to have to listen to his heartbeat. Okay. Get the stethoscope. Okay. They're like, hey, Mr. Polizzi, we're back. Yeah, we're just gonna listen to your breathing pattern, your heartbeat. Yeah, so just relax, and me relaxing is just like doing like that Baywatch pose on the crinkle paper. They're like, yeah, so we're just gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to put my hand up your shirt here to go on the stethoscope, and right when she puts her hand up my shirt, it's like the most heat ever. She's like, oh God, oh my God. The doctor's in there. He's like, is everything okay? She's like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Oh. The doctor's sweating his ass off, though, because he's like, holy fuck, it's so hot. Just beads of sweat on his face, but he's not wiping it off because he doesn't want to, he doesn't want me to know that he knows that I am the most romantic man. So he's like, is everything okay? And he's just sweat. Everything is drenched in sweat. Even like his doctor coat is like his armpits, It's like all the way down to his waist. That's how sweaty he is. His face, just so many beads of sweat on his face. And the nurse is like, oh God. It's like super hot. It's like when you go like in your car, when you're in like a really cold building for a long time, like work, and then you get in your hot ass car that's been baking in the parking lot. You're like, ah! That's what it feels like under my shirt. It's like, oh God, her hand, just when she takes her hand out of my shirt, it's just like a skeleton bone. It's just a skeleton hand. No, but we haven't gotten that far yet. Right when she puts a stethoscope on the middle of that cold part of the stethoscope. Every time it touches you at the doctor, you're like, oh, God, fuck. But you don't say it. But in your head, you're like, oh, fuck. That. Right when she puts it on my chest. Oh God, they're like, how's his heartbeat? Actually, for some reason, all I could hear was the bold and beautiful theme song. What? The guy's so sweaty. He walks over there, but he slips on his way over, and he's like, excuse me. She's like, listen for yourself. And at the same time, I have like headphones in this whole time. I'm not even like paying attention. But there's just flowers all over that weird doctor bed. God. Doctor, listen for yourself. He's like, oh, let me see it. Snatches it out of her hand. Ruffles it, puts it in his ears. Jams it up to my chest, outside of my shirt. Doesn't even go up my shirt because the nurse's hand is a skeleton. Jams it, puts it right on the front of my chest. Right when it touches the cotton on my shirt. I'm just sitting there. The doctor's like, oh my God. The nurse is like, I told you. The doctor's like, no. This is way worse. His heart beat is the same pattern as The Young and the Restless. Weekdays on CBS at 11 a.m. Oh my God! The doctor starts crying. I don't know what to do. What do you mean? We have to do something! The thing we have to do is we have to declare a state of emergency. Oh my God! Yeah. Reach out to all the local news channels. We found the most romantic man in the world. All the nurse, no, everybody in the hospital that's like sick and like can't move, they all get up and leave. Everywhere I walk in the hospital, there's just roses that fall out of my pants behind me. Oh my God. Everything's healed in the whole hospital except for the nurse's hand is still a skeleton. She's like, I like it like that. I swear to God. Oh my God. Okay. What else anyway? What else is going on? What else should we talk about? Normal podcast so far. No, but seriously, I had a doctor's appointment and they were like, I hate how how many times do I have to tell them my date of birth? Literally. Leading up to this doctor's appointment, they called me 17 times and they asked me for my date of birth every single time. I was like, oh my God, like I don't care and it's not hard to, but Jesus Christ. Like, okay, right when I get there. Date of birth? I'm like, Jesus Christ, not even my name. And the lady talking so quiet. I was like, you work at a hospital? I can't even hear you. We need to check your voice box. Date of birth? I was like, Jesus Christ, here we go again. Okay, then I wait in the waiting room for a while. By the way, it's the dirtiest waiting room. I was like, why is this hospital so roughed up? It wasn't dirty. It was just like, I'm not putting my hands on any of this. The kitchen at the restaurant I work at, literally cleaner than the hospital I was in. Right when they're like, Benedict! And I was like, oh, wow, that was actually pretty quick. But it was only quick because I was 30 minutes late. And I was 30 minutes late because why wouldn't I be to a doctor's appointment? So arrive at 1 o'clock. Your appointment? Probably 4:15 p.m. So Benedict, and they took my weight, and I was like, oh, shit. I wasn't ready for that. But I stepped on. I wasn't bad. I was 197. I was like, okay, been that since 4th grade. Keep it rolling. And they're like, oh, real quick. And I was like, oh, what? Can I have your date of birth? I was like, oh, my God. You guys better be sending me a goddamn cheesecake on my birthday. Email it to me. God, give me a sash. Can I walk around here in a sash? The amount of times you asked me for my birthday, man. You guys should give me an ice cream cake and a pizza party on the way out. Yeah, but it was cool. And then I had to like pee in a cup. I thankfully had to pee this time, so that was good. Usually they're like, "Oh, we're gonna need to get a urine sample." Like, what am I doing? Am I going to the moon? What do you guys need all this for? They're like, yeah, we need a urine sample. Do you think you could? And I'm like, oh, wow. I should have just poured seriously, I should have just poured an iced Americano in the pee cup. They're like, we got your results in, and everything was fine. Everything was fine, but you did test positive for pumpkin spice latte. Oh, gosh. So what were you doing drinking all that? So, yeah, it went well. Doctor's visit went good. There's something else I was going to say. Oh. One time I had to give a urine sample. I hate the word urine more than pee. When I played for UIndy, we had to like get up and take drug tests all the time. Because we were all on steroids. No. Because we looked like we were such a steroid using team. It was like 12 white guys from like the South Deanery High School Association on an NCAA team. No, but we always had to take drug tests, and like we had to do them at 7 a.m. So our athletic trainer was like, "Yeah, here's the key. Here's the key. Here it is," in front of the whole team. He was like, "When you wake up, do not go to the bathroom. Hold it. Walk over to the training room. That's when you let it loose. You know, you always got to say something like kind of gross at the end. So the football guys are like, we got to let it loose. But like, that's what we had to do. And of course, right when I woke up, I went to the bathroom, and then halfway I was like, oh yeah. And I had to stop it. You know, you got to stop it. And you're like, oh, that for like that 3 seconds, you're like, I think my bladder's going to explode. And so's my ass somehow. I think my ass is going to pop. Yeah, and for some reason I couldn't, like, the guy has to watch you pee when you're taking a drug test. Like, that's just what he does. He has to watch you pee because people will really take steroids and then bring fake pee in and like do that. So the guy like had to like watch but not watch. Like, he'd be like looking but not looking because he didn't want to be weird, but he still had to make sure you didn't have like a fake pepe. So I like couldn't go for some reason because I like kind of already like 75% already went out. So I was like, and I couldn't. I was like, maybe. I was like, I'm not freaked out by you, dude, but I was just like, I already kind of went. Just give me a second if you don't mind. And he's like, okay. And he waited like 1 minute, and then like I was like, I think it is. And he was like, okay. He was still kind of like a little too close too. So I was like, oh, so weird. But hold on, it's almost there. And dude, this is what he did. He went up to the sink where you wash your hands, and he started like trickling the water. So to the faucet, he was like, then I was like, oh. I was like, yeah, that's helping. Oh my God, I love you, sir. And I was like, you know what? I think we're almost there. No, but I was like, is that warm water you're doing that with? And he was like, yes, sir. And I was like, it's filled up. He's like, thank you. See ya. Bye. Just walked out there like nothing happened. It was like the most sexy moment of my life. Yeah, so this podcast is brought to you by the Church of Christ. Remember, always talk about good things. Nothing crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, Nicki Minaj is getting... How long have we been doing this for? Like 40 minutes? Nicki Minaj is pregnant? Wow. Wonder what her... Oh, can you even imagine her baby's name? I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine her baby's first words? Nicki, oh my God, what a cute baby. What were her first words? Really? 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 Nicki? What's the craziest shit Nicki Minaj ever says? Hold on, it's probably in that same Trey Songz. This is Nicki Minaj's kid's first words. Nicki, oh my God, your baby is precious. What were its first? It's like E! News is interviewing the baby. E! News is like, Nicki, oh my God, can your baby say something? It's 3 years old now. What can it say? And she's like, put the mic up to his face. And right when the mic goes in front of the baby's mouth.
You don't wanna rock, could I get salt all around that rum tray? I was like, yo, Trey, do you think you could buy me a bottle of rosé? Okay, let's get it now. Baby. In like some Lux ass stroller. One more time? We didn't catch that. Our mics were off. Technical difficulties. She's like, oh, say it again, girl. Rock, could I get salt all around that rum? Go ahead, baby. Can I get that Tron? Can I get that Remy? Can I get that Coke? Can I get that Henny? Can I get that margarita? Wanna rock, could I get salt all around that rum tray?
Would your baby like to drink anything or eat anything? Your baby looks kind of thirsty. Would they like anything to drink? She's like, oh, she can say it. Go ahead.
Could I get that Coke? Could I get that Henny? Could I get that margarita? Wanna rock, rock, rocks? Could I get salt all around that rum tray? I was like, yo, Trey, do you think you could buy me a bottle of rosé? Okay, let's get it now.
It doesn't want a bottle of formula or anything. No, you heard her. This is what she wants.
Can I get that Remy? Could I get that Coke? Could I get that Henny? Could I get...
Okay, I'll stop. Okay, let's get it now. I'm with a bad bitch. See you with a bad bitch. I'm with a little baby. That's a little bad bitch. I want a sandwich. All right. Kanye West was tweeting like crazy. Do we care? Not really. He's just having like girl props. Who's not, you know? If you're not having girl problems, even if you don't even like girls, you're having girl problems. Even if you don't even have a girlfriend, guess what? Somehow you're having girl problems. Trust me, baby. Even if you don't talk to girls, that's the biggest girl problem of all time. So, sorry. It's true though. All right. I put out that tweet that I was like, who's the most annoying? And it was like fishing guys, workout guys, or car guys. The answer is motorcycle guys. I just went outside for 1 second and like, okay. If you're a motorcycle person listening to this, why? Why? Imagine the people that drive like eco-friendly Priuses that are the complete opposite. I wonder how they feel about motorcycle people. Oh, can you imagine? Worse than this? No. Just their whole house. When you go in a Prius person's house, it's just like pictures of motorcycles all over their walls with like hatchets thrown through them. They're like, and this is the living room, and you're like, oh my God. You're like, what? All right. So we got a couple more most psycho thing your parents did. Why not? You know, let's just give it a shot. Maybe I haven't read through any of them, so let's see. Man, there's a lot. This one's from Kat Closey. When I was in early elementary school, I'd go to the store with my mom. She would always ask me to go grab something or put something away for her. When I'd turn around, she'd be gone. Because I was a tiny tot, the workers would... Tiny tot, did you really need to say that? Would take me to the front and call her over the loudspeaker. I'd get yelled at for allowing them to call the loudspeaker because it was embarrassing for her. Yeah, no, that's not psycho. My mom would be like, if you ever... it was actually my dream to get called over the PA system at a store. Like, I was jealous of the kids that did. Remember that? When someone was like, Ryan, to the front, please. I'd be like, damn. My mom just made me suffer. Find me. That was the game. Every time I walked into a grocery store, it was like, doot, doot, doot. Find me. Doot. And just the whole time, I'd just be looking down every aisle. Mom? I remember I got a Lunchable one time. I'd always like get stuff I wanted and try to slip it in my mom's car without her knowing. But she always knew. She'd be like, this seems heavier. Why'd you put that Velveeta macaroni and cheese in here? But one time I got a Lunchable and I like held it up in the air like dun 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 dun, dun. And she was right, her cart was right there, and I like placed in the cart and I was like, Mom, and it was some completely different lady. She's like, wrong mom. I'll never forget that. Wrong mom. I was like, oh. And then I think I didn't even try it with my mom after that. I just put it back in like random. I was like, no, I'm not. I lost my entire appetite. Okay. This next one's from E. Bailey. 8620, if you really want to know. Not my parents, but a nanny. This sounds like it's going to be psychotic. She would make us play outside in the backyard for 3 hours while she napped and wouldn't let us in to pee, so we had to pee behind the playscape. The words you guys use. Playscape? That is kind of weird, though. It seems like every, like, nanny... Who calls anybody a nanny? I guess if you're, like, over the age of, like, 30, you're a nanny. But even then, I'd be like, call me a babysitter so you guys don't make a horror movie out of this. But it seemed like every single babysitter I ever had was just on the phone the whole time they were at our house. But I was like, whatever. I'm not telling. As long as you let me play with my stupid Buzz Lightyear toy for, like, 3 more hours. Okay, next one. BR Wamples. My sister and I were blind without our glasses, so sometimes as a prank, my mom would fill a bucket with ice cold water, dump it on us while we were taking a shower, getting ready for school, then cackle, I hate the word cackle, and turn off the lights. There were no windows, so we literally couldn't see to finish the shower or get out of the shower. You guys were blind as shit. If anyone puts on your glasses, like anyone that has good vision puts on your glasses, they're like, you're blind. And you're like, my vision's not even that bad. You have nothing else to say. You're blind. Like, no. I'm like, I barely need glasses, and my glasses are like thicker than like ice on a lake. I'm like, I am not that blind. But yeah, that's pretty, no, that's actually kind of cool. Seems dangerous, honestly. Too long. Joe Sale. Somehow, a muskrat got into our house one time and it gnawed on a big house plant. What? Who are you guys? My dad immediately blamed us kids. Yeah, every dad. Why are you kids chewing on the plants? We found the muskrat the next day. My dad never said anything more about it. Why is every dad like that? Damn. Every time anything happens in the house that like I had nothing to do with, he's like, hey, every time you come over here, something wrong happens. What the hell happened to the shower head? There's spraying water everywhere. I'm like, I haven't even looked at your bathroom for 7 years. He's like, well, how come everything starts happening when you come over? Okay. Not that just happened or anything. And yeah, it was my fault. Jack Sasma. Dad wouldn't let me leave the dinner table for 3 hours because I wouldn't finish the shepherd's pie my mom made me. I'm so sick. Are you guys using these terms on purpose? Shepherd's pie? What the hell is shepherd's pie? That sounds like one of those like dirty like sex moves you do, you know? Not you do, but like you know of. My mom wouldn't let me finish the Philadelphia bow tie. Shepherd's pie, cottage pie, ground meat pie, crust topping, mashed potato, English origin. Ew, dude. It's probably because he didn't want to eat it the next day at work. Finish it. God damn it. Finish it now. I don't want this shit laying around in my lunchbox tomorrow at the office. All right. Meg Mulv. I called my dad a D-bag at the dinner table when I was around 15. Wow, big mistake. And he threw an entire glass of full milk at me. Good times. I just can't, like, if my daughter called me a D-bag at the table, I would have had to deserve it. Because it seems like 15-year-old daughters are smarter than, like, 50-year-old dads, honestly. But he had to do something to deserve that. Can you imagine doing that to a 15-year-old girl? Like, she wouldn't talk to you for the rest of your life. Alyssa Lou. I got grounded for brushing my teeth too loud in the morning when my mom was still asleep. Crazy woman. People do brush their teeth loud. My sister, oh my God. I'm like, who installed the car wash upstairs? I swear to God, my sister only brushes the sides of her teeth. I've never, ever in my entire life seen her brush the front, like, of her mouth. Always like... I get that. My mom didn't even used to set an alarm in the morning because I'd wake up whenever she needed to get up. Like, I'd already be awake and I'd be brushing my teeth. And I don't know why I started this or how, but I always brush my tongue because I think I read... Oh, actually, you know what it is? I was breaking up with this girl, and I don't know if anyone's ever done this, but I was breaking up with this girl, And we were in my car. And she was like, what don't you like about me? Why do you want to break up with me? And I was like, you really want me to say it? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, I'm doing it. So like, I'm saying it. I said something that I didn't like about her. And that was straight up true. And she was like, I could tell she was like, holy shit, you were being serious. And then she just started whipping them back at me. And we just went back and forth with shit we didn't like about each other. And one time, I swear to God, one thing she said, like near the end, she goes, okay, your breath smells. I was like, oh, fuck. Damn. I was like, what? Like, I don't care. Like, it's because I don't care anymore. That's why it does. Because I don't care about you anymore. I stopped brushing my teeth before I came over. So I was like, whatever. And she like left. She like got out of the car. And then I was like, no, I didn't peel off. That'd be the biggest bitch move. I probably like went the wrong way though and like hit a mailbox. I was like, whatever. Talk to you tomorrow. Nah, but then like I went home and I was like, who even cares what she says? But definitely looked up ways to stop bad breath. And number one on the list was brushing your tongue. So ever since that, in the morning, I'd be like, eh. Every morning since I was 17. My mom didn't even need to set an alarm. She'd just be like, okay, time to get up. It's enough of that shit. Time to get up. Yeah, up. Hey-oh. That's like her rooster. Yeah, we live out in the country. We don't set alarms. We just wake up when our son. Yeah. Oh. This is the most fried hour of my life. All right, so that was good. Liz hammered. My dad got mad at me, so he snatched the book I was reading while I was reading it and threw it into the fireplace while the fire was on. That's so funny. I don't think that's psycho. I think that's just like a dad. That's just straight up like, dude, dads are obsessed with fires. Dads and fires. Like, is there anything else dads like besides the song We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel? Do, 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 do. That plays in every dad's head too. I'm not going to play the song. Right, every time a dad wakes up on Sunday morning, this is what they close their eyes, they hear this, and then this, they open their eyes. They're not sleeping by your mom, obviously. They're on the couch downstairs, and they whip off like the little like throw blanket that your mom puts on there that like barely covers half your body. And they're like, hair's all messed up. They have like tears running down your face. You know, like you ever look at your dad in the morning and he's been yawning and stuff, and he has like tears. His face is like kind of wet. You're like, were you crying? They're like, no, I was just tired. That's on his face. He's like, ugh. Who's playing today? Gets a newspaper out. Kiddos! They're like, Dad, we've been up for 7 hours. It's noon. Oh, yeah, that's right. And the mom's like, what the hell are you doing here?
Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific, Walter Winchell, Joe DiMaggio, Joe McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Studebaker, Television, North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe.
Weird sweats on, long shirt. What do you mean? You haven't stayed at our house for 2 years. The most copyrighted podcast in the world. He gets hit for 7 copyrights every time he puts it on YouTube. World. All right, we done with those? Yeah, let's do, I don't really want to read anymore. This is from John Spiro 5. My mom told me if I stare at the other people in public, they have the right to shoot me. God, I want to see these parents so bad. Just picture their faces like smiling on LinkedIn. Like after you read something like that. My dad threw a book I was reading in the fireplace, his LinkedIn profile. He's like, how you doing? Like, perfect guy. They have the right to shoot you. They pretty much do. If someone's staring at me, I'm like, either you're going to kill me or I'm going to kill you. This is how this is going to end. That's funny. Jen the Ging wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter or Pokemon. I was kind of bad. My parents, like, it didn't have to be a bad show. They just didn't want me to watch it. Like, I couldn't watch, like, what was something that was like, pfft. My dad didn't want us to watch The Simpsons ever. Every time he came home and it was on, he was like, God, wheel in the keg. I'd be like, it's on Fox 59, local. Wheel in the keg. Every time I leave, all hell breaks loose. What happened to my shower head anyway? Nah, that was one show we couldn't watch. That's kind of understandable, though, because they, like, drink beer and shit. And burp. That's probably why my dad didn't like it. They burp on this! My cousins were bad with it, though. My cousin, like, my aunt and uncle are so cool now, but, like, when we were younger, they didn't let my cousins watch Doug. Doug. Do-do-do-do-do-do. That show. That's crazy. But it was probably because my aunt, like, didn't like the show. Like, she just didn't like the way the characters looked. Like, you know? Like, my mom wouldn't let me watch, like, Rocco's Modern Life, because she was like, this is stupid. Like, I don't care if it's good or bad. She was like, this just looks dumb. I don't want you to watch it. And I'd be like, why? But it did look stupid. Or like, Real Monsters. Remember that show? Whatever show it was with, like, the guy that would, like, hold up his two eyeballs, my mom was like, that's dumb. No. I was like, okay. All right, let's do viral. Viral. Hashtag the center of my universe is the center of my universe. The center of my universe is unsubscribing from emails. It takes so long to I just tried to unsubscribe from CVS the other day. Literally took me 7 minutes. I was like, what do I have to do? They make it so hard. You have to, like, read stuff. I'm like, just no. Just don't want it. Just don't care. But I did it because I was like, there's no way you're tricking me out of this one. It would take me a whole day to do all of them. But I love that goddamn feeling. We love to see you stick around. I'm like, go to hell. Hashtag my pandemic pastimes. Sad. Not going anywhere, man, wasn't that great? Where you could just be like, sorry. If someone asked you anything, you'd be like, hell no. Oops. My pandemic. Frozen pizzas? Dude, I was housing frozen pizzas. 3 p.m., the preheat sound. Beep. I was like, hip. Whoopsie daisies. Hashtag office magic tricks. Office magic tricks. What did I do in the office that was magic? Man, me working in an office job, what a nightmare for everyone. Actually, my office magic trick was just not talking to anyone for 7 hours straight. I swear to God, people had to be like I had an office job and then I left, and the next week I was like putting out stupid videos on the internet. They were probably like, this guy would have killed all of us if he stayed in for one more week. But no, I was the king. Right when I got to work, headphones. Immediately, right when I sat down in my chair, headphones. Didn't say a word. Ew, that's gross. Just hunched over for 7 hours. I would literally get to work at 5 a.m. because our place I worked was like, you have to be here for 8 hours a day. Doesn't matter when. Just come here, 8 hours a day, get your work done. And everybody was like, okay, yeah, who's really going to, The guy was like, yeah, you can come into work from midnight to 8 a.m. if you want. And I was honestly like, I might do that every single time. Just because I wanted to be there when like no one else was there. I don't know why. I would go into work at 5 a.m. and work until like 2 p.m. And one time, like there'd be like 2 other dudes that did it too. And we just all were on the same game plan. Like we wouldn't talk to each other, but we all knew. We were like, yeah. We're here to like get shit done. And I'd be so hungry when I got to work. I'd eat like, you know, when you're pissed off at work or like you don't want to be somewhere, or you don't want to do something and you just start eating like out of like bad habit. I just did that before this podcast, honestly. I went to Whole Foods and had like 2 pinto bean empanadas for no reason because I was like, I don't want to do this. But I used to do that before work. Like I thought I was all by myself. And this dude came in like the little break room where I was eating my lunch at 5 a.m. And he was like, wow, you must be really hungry if you're eating a can of chili at 5:30 a.m. I was like, yeah, oh my God, just saving it for some, I'm just getting it ready. And he's like, all right, have a good one. And I just like licked the tin lid and threw it away. And did eat all the chili like in 5 seconds. Man, I got a bad habit of doing that. Yeah. Hashtag just being myself. Hashtag just being myself. And pretending I haven't worn the same pair of black shorts every day for the last 95 days. Every time you can wear shorts, the past 2 years, every day that it's like, shorts, yeah, that's okay. It's hot enough. Everybody else is wearing shorts. You can wear shorts today. I've worn the same exact pair every day for the last 2 years. I don't know what to tell you. I can't find another pair I like. They're good. Actually, I don't even like them, honestly. They're just like, yeah. Yep. I like the way they look. The fit, absolutely can't stand it. All right. Hashtag makes a good team. Makes a good team. Coffee and being by yourself? Seriously, though. Sometimes coffee and other people, I'm like, this isn't what it should be. 90% of the time I'm drinking coffee, I'm completely by myself with no plans of seeing anyone for the next 7 hours. If I ever get coffee with somebody else, it's not the same as me getting coffee by myself. The coffee's different. You know, when you're by yourself drinking coffee, you're like, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm the president of the United States of America. Fuck with me. Then when you're with somebody else, you're like, I don't know, it's okay. I think it's like light or something. And they're like, yeah, it's pretty good. And you're like, yeah. And then you're like, oh, I'm never getting that. Like when you split off from them after like 3 hour trek, I'm never getting that coffee again. Then the next day you get the same thing by yourself and you're like, back, mother. You thought you could fool me? I'm right here. Oh, God. Throw anything at me. I'm swinging, baby. Home run. Yeah, but I guess that's what makes a good team. Coffee and being by yourself. You guys have to think I'm seriously psycho. I am. All right. Hashtag fake homeschool facts. I was always so jealous of people being homeschooled growing up. Weren't you though? Like, weren't you like, damn? Like when you heard of how mind blowing was that when you were like in real school and somebody brought up for the first time people being homeschooled. You're what? Excuse me? Yeah. My friend Ashley, she lives in my neighborhood. She's homeschooled. What? She literally does the same thing as us at school every day, only she does it in her bedroom with her mom there. I was like, Wait, what? She does school at home. She doesn't have to see anyone. She doesn't have to get in trouble. She doesn't have to talk to any teachers. She does it all in her bed while she watches TV. Wait. Yeah. Wait. Yes. I talk to her every day. I have to play with her after school every day. We do the same math problems. And she even plays sports for the other schools. Oh my God! That seems amazing. Hashtag ways I pamper myself. Dude, I pamper myself 18 out of the 24 hours a day, I swear to God. The other 6 hours of the 24, I'm sleeping. I just wake up and I'm a little pamper ass baby. Hi. I take so many breaks, man. It's unbelievable. It's the only way I can do anything is taking a break. Remember they told us that growing up? I always had teachers that would be like, you have homework tonight? Do 30 minutes of homework, watch 30 minutes of TV. 30 minutes of homework, rest your brain, take care of yourself. I'd be like, yeah, that makes it sound good. Yeah, I can do that. And I get home, my mom would be like, why is the TV on? My teacher said, that's a lie. Get back to the table and do your math. I'd be like, oh, okay. I just want to take care of myself. No, you get your work done. Can you help me with this? Then she'd come over and put her wet hands all over my paper, and I'd be like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. And then I get a 17 out of 50 on the homework. Remember the worksheets? Okay, last thing. Remember the math worksheets that like you couldn't erase stuff on? Did anybody have those workbooks? The paper like wasn't paper. It was like the most recycled material paper of all time. And I was like, I can't erase this 7. Like I'm trying to... On this math assignment, you know how many mistakes I'm going to make? And I can't erase? It's going to be a long year, Mrs. Collins. No problem. I'll have it done. Let's do days. Wednesday. National Hammock Day. God, hammocks. What a love trap. Jesus Christ. Imagine. Made for couples. Hammocks? Hammocks are like low-key, like a PG version of a hot tub. You ever like with your cousin in a hammock and like next thing you know, you're like in love? I swear to God, dude. Every time I've ever been in a hammock, I'm like, your eyes look different. Hammocks are a trap. Hammocks are weird. Anytime I'm outside sitting somewhere, I'm like expect to get a tan. And in a hammock, you get like a rope tan. It's like my biggest concern ever. If I'm outside, I want to burn. National Rat Catchers Day. I don't think we ever had a rat in our house growing up. We definitely had a couple mice though. How come rat traps were like the number one thing in cartoons? Do you remember that? It was like the number one like violent thing. It was like, why were there so many mouse traps in cartoons? And it would just snap the shit out of their fingers, and the fingers would be like pulsing after. There'd always be somebody walking through like a kitchen full of mouse traps. We never put cheese on our mouse traps. When we had a mouse like twice. I don't want you guys to think I had like 30 mice in my house each month. One for each day. But literally, I swear to God, we had a mouse in our house one time. My dad was like, want to see the trap? And I was like, yeah! So I ran to the laundry room like all excited because he like made me excited for it. And like right when I turned the corner, he was like, get back! And I was like, oh my God, I thought we were going to see them. Like I was happy. And we like looked at it behind like a shelf or something. And I swear to God, what was on the mouse trap was a saltine cracker with peanut butter on it. I was like, have you ever watched Tom and Jerry? I don't watch crap like that. Well, I do. When you're not home. All right. National Hot Dog Day. God, I brought up a tray of food at the restaurant I work at the other day, and my head was right by it, you know? When you're bringing up a big tray of food, like you got to do that waiter carry. It's like up by your like cheekbone, the whole tray, for some reason, to me, smelled exactly like hot dogs. And it was like 100% the complete opposite food of hot dogs. It happened to me another time. One time I got a sub from Subway. Wheat bread, turkey, lettuce, tomato, banana peppers, regular mustard, cut in 4, wrapped up, in the bag. Took it out of the bag, smelled exactly like a foot-long hot dog. I was like, still gonna eat it. But seriously, it did. And I was like, I don't know what's happening, but got no choice. Thursday, Gorgeous Grandma Day. That's flattering. You ever seen a gorgeous grandma? I've seen one. I mean, no, I haven't really. National Vanilla Ice Cream Day. That's my shit right there. Vanilla ice cream, straight up plain. Ain't no way around it. Can't mess it up. I always do, but I shouldn't. Every time I have a cup, I just want a cup of vanilla ice cream, please. That's what I want to say at the window of every ice cream shop I've ever been to since like maybe I was 22, yeah. Every time I want ice cream, I just want to go to the ice cream window and say, can I please have a medium cup of vanilla ice cream? But every time I get to the window, I go, Reese's Hot Fudge Blizzard Oreo. And they're like, okay, sounds good, sir. And I'm like, oh, fuck, why did it again? Can never do it. I just want a vanilla cup of ice cream. Can never do it. Imagine if you did that with like a group of friends, though. Like they're all getting like the craziest shit. And you're like, a vanilla cup of ice cream, please. They'd be like, when he goes to the bathroom, let's all leave. Friday. National Thermal Engineer Day. Huh? What? Remember in Bill Nye Science Guy, they'd always do that? Bill Nye the Science Guy was the best show on TV of all time. Said it. Educational show, best show of all time, Bill Nye the Science Guy. It was like a treat when you got to watch it in school. Remember that? You're like, are we really? No. They're like, yeah, she just said it. No. But they always had those little sound effects. Like Bill Nye would explain something crazy with like blowing up a balloon and steam would be like, and he'd be like, and that's where the well, and the chemicals in the well, and the Y equals MX plus B in a slow with the well, with his well, with his well. And that's why your voice changes very high when you suck in the helium of a balloon. And he'd look at the screen and like the background like voiceover guy would be like, what? And then when he cut to a different scene, I'd be like, exactly. Who knows what the hell he's talking about? But yeah, that show's okay. National Tequila Day. Wow. Tequila is liquid drugs. We all know. I hate to talk about drinking, but I do every other time. And Jesus Christ, I have one shot of tequila and I'm like Corky Romano all of a sudden. Seriously though. National Drive-Thru Day. Man, I'll just never, every time I hear the word drive-thru, I'll just always remember when we were just packed in my mom's red Jeep, going to McDonald's, best time of our lives, listening to X103. Not that I'm nostalgic or anything, but turning the corner, got the order hot, we're ready, we're good. Our mom just rolling with it. And we're like, yeah, we got this. My mom pulls up. What do you guys want? Everybody knows the passenger seat goes first. I'll take a... No. My sister goes, this is like her go-to at McDonald's when we were kids. She's like, can I get the 12-piece chicken nuggets with honey? My mom was like, yeah. Turns to order, but turns and starts talking to the trash can. Like literally, like going in. I'll take one 12-piece chicken nugget with honey. Ben, what do you want? We're like, Mom, that's the trash can. And like the flaps like still blowing in the wind kind of. And she's like, I'll take one. National Cousins Day. Man, if I didn't have cousins, what would I be doing? It's funny that your cousins are like your first best friends. Because you're just like, damn, you guys do all the same shit I do, only you're from a different town? Wait. Your cousins are like a different dimension of you. But it really is. It really is crazy how your cousins, like when you're a kid, your cousins are like, you're like, oh, my cousins. But when you're a kid, all you think about is just having fun all day and like holidays and like just doing stuff. You're like, my cousins. It still is like that, low key. Like for holidays, oh god damn, man. Because you're like, because you're like, you know, like you don't have to get on base with your cousins. You know, like if you haven't seen your friend for a while, that's like your good friend. You're like, I wonder if like how we're gonna get back up to speed. When you meet up with your cousins on that holiday, like they'll say something and you'll be like, holy shit, we're out the gate. No warm up. The first thing is like you die laughing. I love that. National Amelia Earhart Day. I'm kind of sick of this bitch, you know? I've been hearing so much about her. She disappeared. I'm done with her. How about that? Right? Are we all on the same page with Amelia Earhart? I'm done. Saturday, National Merry-Go-Round Day. How terrifying is an actual merry-go-round? You ever see a merry-go-round at night? You're like, bye. Walking the other way. Ew, merry-go-rounds during the day. Imagining a kid on a merry-go-round, even worse. Dad, I want to go on that. I'd be like, why the hell do you... That's lame and weird and no. I'm going to have nightmares. National Day of the Cowboy. I know I'm not the only one that thinks like Dallas, Texas is just dust and horses and like saloon doors on every building. I know it. Even if I've been there and spent 2 years there, I'd still be like, do they do quick draws out in front of this bar? Sunday, National Bagel Fest Day. Man, what is it about a damn everything bagel? That's become my favorite bagel. It always was, but I was like, I don't know if I'm allowed to get that. You know, when you're a kid, like my mom would get it like 1 out of every like 7 times. I'd be like, that shit smells so good. But I was like, I don't know. Is that like, that's not like a kid bagel. I never got it. And I was always like intimidated by them because I was like, that's so much shit. But you can cut my right leg off for everything bagel. Just, I'm a Secret Service slut for whatever. The onions, I don't know what's on that. But like, if you smelled 4 bagels and one of them was everything, you'd be like, holy shit, that one is so tight. What is that one? Oh my God, what is, oh God, that one's definitely the best one. That one, yeah. Those other ones, I don't know what, they seem okay, but like, are you kidding me? You just feel okay. Oh yeah, I definitely want that one. National Coffee Milkshake Day. That's a little too much. Like I do like the, what's it called from Chick-fil-A? It's like it's called something sexy at Chick-fil-A. Joey's dad always talks about him, and he makes him sound so good just by talking about him. He's like, yeah, have you tried I'm trying to use his voice to think of the name of it. Oh, yeah, you know you should try? The frosted coffee. I'm like, what is that? But like, you have to really not want coffee by itself and really not want a milkshake by itself to get that, you know? I'd rather have a coffee in my left hand and a milkshake in my right hand than have the frosted coffee, honestly. But I did try it one time and it was fire. Kind of reminded me of that Jamocha shake at Arby's. Remember the first time you got that and you're like, here, Mom, I don't want this anymore. And your mom's like, oh my God, give me all that right now. Put that in my goddamn mouth. But like, don't get too cute with coffee, you know? Just drink the coffee. Just coffee. I hate when people at work get like frappuccinos. You're like, what is this, your birthday? Like, get coffee or just quit your job and go to Dairy Queen, because we're not having a party here. Work is work. A frappuccino at work. What do you think this is? What'd you do? Win service salesman of the decade? Even if I did, I'd be like, I don't want a frappuccino right now. I'm at work. I don't want to enjoy something at work. I want to kill myself here. I'll drink it right when I walk out the door. That's when I want the frappuccino. National Parents Day. Jesus Christ. Don't parents have enough days? No offense, but Jesus. Mother's Day, Father's Day, my birthday. Parents don't care about any of those days. Doesn't it seem like that? Has any mom or dad ever been like super hyped for Mother's or Father's Day? They're always like, yeah, sure. I've never met any mom or dad that's like, Mother's Day, what are we doing? Dads, especially on their birthdays, every holiday. Wow. My dad's like, don't speak of it. Okay. Dude, even when we try to give my dad a present on Christmas, he's like, I'll open it tomorrow. Or you kids go. And we're like, open the God. We like turn into like secret agents. We're like all pointing like Glock 40s at his head. We're like, open the goddamn present. It's like an interrogation table. He's like, are you sure? And we're like, we don't even say anything. Just all the guns. He's like, okay. All right. Well, that's shot 116. So remember to follow on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Get a Cameo if you're bored, Give a shout out to somebody. I'll hook it up. And thanks for listening like always. I love it. I love when you guys are like, man, I actually listen to your podcast and it's so like relatable. I'm like, you don't know how much I love you now. Seriously, if someone says they listen to my podcast, like, I'm head over heels. Don't care who you are. But yeah, it means a lot, honestly, because I'm just whipping to work up here. And it's cool that you guys get down. That's what it's all about. And before I start crying, no. Thanks for reaching out on social media too, like with everything. Like I posted that picture of me like with a goatee, which was come on. I would die laughing at those comments. Got fired from GNC and AutoZone the same day. Me with the goatee. Seriously though. No, but like all that stuff, all that interaction on social media, I love that. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys next week. Fam.
Pain is in the building.